Welcome friends. Today we're going to speak about the line 2 for the profiles 2-4, 2-5, 5-2 and 6-2. Now take into consideration these lines are like a script for your life, a theme that colors your whole life. And it's not something for you to go through rigidly. It's something for you to put your own spin on it, your own color on it. It's like you're playing a character, a famous character in a movie, but you're putting your own flavor onto it. But it's the theme that is going to manifest itself in your life. Now, how are these lines calculated? Now, we know the Earth moves around the Sun, and it moves around the gates of the I Ching throughout the year. But if you zoom in even closer, you're going to see as it moves through each of these gates, that it also moves through each of the lines of that gate. It goes through line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then goes on to the line 1 of the next gate. This is how it's calculated for both your personality and your design. So let's talk now about the meat of this video, the topic of the line 2. So the line 2 is called the Hermit. And why Hermit? Well, the line 2 has a theme of closing and opening, And this closing can be a withdrawn period, a period where you only want to be in your house, want to be by yourself, want to connect with yourself only. And this is a process which might have you honing in your gifts, honing in whatever it is that you like to do naturally, that flows naturally out of you. Now, the line 2 always has a gift. It might be a gift in their mind, in the way they think, in how creative they are, or maybe it's a gift in their body, in the way that they move, an athletic gift. They maybe are super good dancers. It can be anything, really. And it's really important for you as a line 2 to be able to tune in into this gift that you have and identify it. And you will always have people in your life that are going to project that from you. They're going to see this gift that you have. So we move from the theme of the line 1, which is introspection, to the theme of line 2, which is projection. I really like this example of the house that Ra likes to give. So the line 1 is in the foundations of the house, but the line 2 is in the living room. And in the living room there is a window. And perhaps you're there singing or playing the guitar or doing something that you love, and someone is passing on the street outside and looks inside the window and says, that is really awesome. And that is the theme of the line 2. Someone outside really seeing how you were shining in your own process. And then he goes and rings the bell in your house and says like, that was a really awesome song you were playing. Would you like to play it at our local venue or bar? And then the line 2 has to decide, is it something that I really want to do or not? Is it something that is flowing or not? And sometimes you might be in denial of this and you might say like, nah, it's not worth it, or people are not going to really like me or anything like that, and shut down and deny your true talents, your true gifts. But it's always going to be a theme of someone pulling something out of you and you finding it worthy to bring it out from inside of you outside into the world. The line 2 always has a relationship with one thing, a marriage with one thing. It might be one talent, one work, one person, very deep dynamic with this one other thing, this polarity with this one other thing that is a long-term commitment for life that is always going to be polished and polished and polished, and not in a forced way, but in a natural, evolving, growing way. As we said, the line 2 needs these periods of being alone. Don't take it as something unnatural or wrong with you if you want to be by yourself, and maybe even for extended periods of time. Then you close like a flower. You close at night, and then the next day you open, and then you feel like going outside again. And this is always going to be a dynamic for you, going from closeness to openness. Now, don't make the mistake, perhaps when you go into this process of closing, of wanting to take everything down, wanting to destroy everything. It's normal to see these line 2s going like, I'm going to close my social media, I'm going to take all my videos down, all my posts down, all my writing down. I don't want anyone to see it for whatever reason. And maybe 6 months later, when they feel open again, it's like, why did I do that? That was a silly idea. And maybe you lost a lot of opportunities in the way. So this is perhaps a warning sign for you to be aware that this might happen to you, and you don't need to be so drastic, so dramatic about it. So the line 2 is always waiting for a worthy challenge to go out in the world and put all these gifts to work. You can also be very closed off and selective with the people that you engage with. You might want to be alone, and when you want to be with someone, it's this specific person, this specific thing, this specific venue, something very, very specific. It can be this only thing that can make you go out. This is very natural again for you. By the way, if you're enjoying these graphics, make sure to check out my Human Design and Gene Keys cards. I'll put a link in the description down below. It's an amazing resource to study this material. Now, what are the shadows of the line 2? So the main theme for the line 2 is denial. This denial of their own gifts, denial of their own talents, but also denial of responsibility. Whenever you have a problem or a challenge in your life, you might deny your involvement in it and go into a victim state, thinking, oh, it's because of my work, my partner, my country, the politicians, or whoever that is, and pointing the finger outside instead of looking at your own patterns and your own responsibility and behaviors that are creating this challenge. So it's very normal also for the shadow of the line 2 to build up this pressure, this anger inside. And it might explode at some time. It might explode even at a time that is not necessarily something very triggering. It might be like this tiny little thing that broke the camel's back. You were building up all this pressure inside, denying this thing that you were feeling, and somebody makes a small remark about the way you cooked your broccoli, and you completely explode. So this, again, is for you to know that it's a natural thing, and it's also for you to bring awareness in your life to all of these things that you might be denying, all of these things that you might be shoving under the rug, and they are creating some unnecessary pressure in your life. It might also be difficult for you when you cannot fulfill someone else's projections. Someone else might think, oh, this person is good at playing the guitar, how about if they sing as well? And then you go and play the guitar and sing as they asked you, and they don't like it, and they feel bad, and you feel bad because you couldn't fulfill their expectations. And it's also another problem that is generated for line 2 that might make you, again, close down and want to be a hermit alone. Why did I even go out in the first place? So what is the solution for the line 2? What is the path of least resistance? Well, exactly that. Ease, ease, ease. You don't want to force anything. You don't want to do anything in your life because you're conditioned by your parents, your family, your environment, your religion, your country. Just do what feels easy for you. Do what comes naturally. Follow this thing that you have that has a gift for something. Follow it, polish it, give it time. Some things in life really take time. Love that thing, nurture that thing that you have a natural talent for, but always with ease, always through the path of least resistance. It's not for you to be forcing things. It's not your way. The way for the line 2 is ease. That's why it's also called the dancer or the prodigy in Gene Keys. You're supposed to be dancing with life, flowing. This theme of flow is really important for you. And as things come in your life, you dance with them, and you learn how to dance with your challenges as well. So that was all for the line 2. I hope that you really liked it. If you want to know more about human design, we have courses, and we also have a guides program if you want to learn how to become a reader of these charts and guide other people in this process. I also have these cards that I made that are an amazing resource just to study this. I'm going to put the link for everything down below. And as always, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe it. You're really going to help me with that. And I hope I'm going to see you in the next one. Thank you.